The new channel. The new channel. Hashtag TNC Now.
The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following shows are those of the host, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to the new channel. Our passion transforms a community that sees all things new. I am Jaldon and I am streaming live from San Jose, California.
And I'm Haydee Jaldon, streaming live from Metro Cebu, Philippines.
All right. Good morning, and good evening, everybody. Welcome to Money and More, Season 3, Episode 1 on TNC.
Finally, Sonny, now we're here after so many postponements, and I'm so happy that we're back on the live stream. Kasi marami nagtatanong kung kailan tayo babalik.
All right. Welcome, everybody, to Money and More. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Season 3, Episode 1 of Money and More. It's great to be back.
It's great to be back. Kamusta yung weather dyan sa San Jose, Son?
So nagsa-start ng fall dito sa west dito sa US, and nagsisimula na po lumamig, no, dito. Kumusta naman po diyan sa Pilipinas?
Well, dito, very erratic yung weather, no? Kahapon, ang init-init. Tapos ngayon, ang lakas ng ulan. So, grabe.
Yeah, well, it's been great. It's been a long while and a long time since we've been on the show. During that break, marami pong mga pangyayari, no, sa personal lives natin, pati na rin sa mga pangyayari sa mundo, no. Sa personal lives, we're getting into other new ventures. Sabihin natin, new ventures since the last time that we were there. And personally, sa atin dalawa, di ba?
I know, right?
Sa atin,
Thank you
right?
for the surprise.
All right. Welcome to the family since the time last year. Almost more than just a few days, 1 year ago, no? Naging Mrs. Jaldon ka na. Yeah.
Dami nang nangyari in the year. Tsaka, iba na din yung timbang ko ngayon.
Right. So we are celebrating new chapters for us, no? Personally, and also for us in the world, no? Sa dami-dami mga pangyayari sa mundo since the last year. It would be good to have a short recap lang. Short lang talaga, no, of the things that are happening since last year. We are entering when we started the show 2 seasons ago. Parang in the middle of the pandemic pa tayo, no? During the very interesting year of 2020, where a lot of things changed, the world has changed, and things have changed for us as well. But right now, we are entering what we are calling the endemic, no? Nagsistart ng endemic. May meron pa rin, it's still there, and a lot of the protocols have been lifted, have been changed, and some of the protocols are still there. But nevertheless, the world has changed. No, the world has changed so much
There
that
are a
businesses
lot
have
of
changed.
changes.
Right,
When we
businesses have
started,
changed.
yung gas at the time was just at 50 plus. Ngayon, 80
Hmm.
plus na siya.
Yun ang pinakamasakit na pangyayari sa atin
Nakakaloka.
right now, no? Sa Pilipinas, pati dito na rin sa US, feel na feel po natin yung effects of inflation
Mhm.
as a consequence of all of the spending that we did during the pandemic of 2020, 2021. And with everything that's happening in Russia, no? The political spectrum that's happening in Russia. There was an election last year sa Pilipinas, diba? So change
Mhm.
government means change in a lot of policies as well. So that affects us and our personal finance. And it's very exciting to be, and it's very interesting to be able to talk about that because a lot of our plans have changed, hindi ba? So
Ang
nangyayari pa
dami.
rin, nangyayari pa rin ang pagbabago even after the pandemic because of the current economic situation, right? A lot of our personal financial plans probably has changed as well, 'di ba?
Agree. Kaya nga, 'di ba, it might a lot of people would say
Mm,
na grabe ang mahal na ng mga bilihin and
mm,
then inflation is really
right.
growing, I mean increasing, no?
Mm,
And pero wala tayong magagawa eh, ganyan talaga. So we just have to find ways on how to augment our income
right.
to battle the inflation, to battle the high cost of expenses. And
Right.
yun ang isa sa pag-uusapan natin mamaya.
Right, and it's great, no? Because our mission here is to be able to educate people, no, on how to um, weave through
Mm-hmm.
these changes, no, especially in personal finance. So a lot of our plans have changed, no. Over the past 2 years, we've seen a lot of people pushing their retirement, for example, forward, no, na magre-retire na ako kasi they advanced their retirement, and we've also seen people um, move their retirement forward. Ibig sabihin na
Mm-hmm.
hindi muna ako magre-retire because of the changes, no? So positive or negative personal choices, no? Yung choices natin in terms of our finances will change. And for important financial decisions like marriage, like starting a family, education, and specifically today, no, retirement will have to change. And to shed some light uh, on that topic, no, on retirement, especially during these tumultuous times, sabihin natin tumultuous times, we have invited a very special guest, a personal friend of ours, but an expert, no, in so many things, and especially on retirement.
Yeah. I'm so happy that
Mm-hmm.
he said yes to our invitation kasi siya talaga yung
Mm-hmm.
right person to talk to about this, no? Because his advocate is about retirement. And
Yeah.
our former boss, no, the president and CEO of AIA Film Life and BPLAC,
Right.
and he's currently previously before he retired kasi nag-early retirement din to si boss eh.
Mm-hmm.
He used to be the senior advisor to the CEO and president of AIA Film Life, and
Right.
now he says that he's happily retired. Sana all sana all tayo dito. And he has been pursuing his advocacies, and he's an independent director. Our viewers, ladies and gentlemen, we are so pleased to have him tonight, Mr. Aibee Cantos.
Hello, hello.
All
Good
Hello,
right.
evening.
boss.
Good evening, Sonny, Haydee. Good evening.
Good
Hello, Boss Ivy. It's
evening.
been a long time.
Yes, quite some time. And first muna, congratulations to the two of you and happy anniversary.
Ay,
Oh, ay,
thank you.
salamat po,
Halata na ka Facebook.
salamat po, Boss Ivy. It's great to see you. It's great to see you. No? And for our viewers out there, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Hopefully, we are going to have a great show tonight. We're going to be talking
We
about
will, definitely.
yeah, we'll be talking about so many things, but specifically, we'll be talking about what's going to happen. No? What can be done in terms of moving forward in our retirement. And our resident expert will be Boss Ivy Cantos. Boss, kumusta po kayo? Looking
Salamat.
good? How is retirement going? What keeps you busy?
Well, unang-una, again, good evening to all of you and to your viewers. And I hope you're all good and doing well, no? Alam mo, Sunny, yung question na yun parating tinatanong ng aking mga kaibigan pag nagkikita kami, no?
Yes.
Ang parati kong binibirong sagot sa kanila. Kaya nga ako nag-retire para hindi maging busy, no? But seriously, I'm really busy doing things that I love, things that I want to do, and at my own pace, no? And with God's grace, I am happily enjoying my retirement, spending a lot of time with my family. Nakakapaglaro na ako ng golf ngayon. Konti na lang bola ang nawawala ako sa golf course. All right. Do some traveling and of course, some personal projects. At nasabi na rin ni Haydee na I'm able to have time for a number of my advocacies like retirement planning, personal leadership, saka women empowerment and inclusion. Pero alam nyo, ang pinakamasaya so far, no, sa retirement, yung bang you do things to help other people without expecting to get paid. And I am blessed to do that kasi I have planned well for my retirement.
Wow. Ang galing. Pero Boss Aibee, you have been retired for X number of years already, no? So
Mga close to 4 years.
wow. So ano po yung biggest misconception that you feel that people have about life after retirement?
Maybe I can cite 3 na pero mabilis lang. Unang-una yung paniniwala na retirement will take care of itself. Ibig sabihin pagdating ng retirement, lahat maayos, no? Which is not really true. Kasi ang normally nangyayari yung ganung pag-iisip kasi akala ng karamihan meron silang social benefit, meron silang matatanggap sa kumpanya, sapat na 'yon. But in real life retirement, those things are not enough. Tapos sinasabi nila, bahala na yung anak ko sa akin pagtanda ko. Again, that is very difficult to assume kasi yung mga bata, mga anak natin, may sariling buhay yan. So dapat hindi natin sila inaasahan. So the first misconception is yung retirement will take care of itself. Hindi totoo yun. Ano? In fact, alam mo, mayroong study nga na yung Global Pension Index of 43 countries. Ang Philippines number 41 in terms of retirement income system. Ibig sabihin talagang kulang na kulang ang matatanggap ng isang Pilipino pag nag-retire siya. So talagang napakahalaga magpundar siya. No? Another misconception, yung akala natin retirement is all about money. Hindi eh. Mahalaga na meron kang pera, pero hindi sapat na pera lang ang ipaplano mo pag nag-retire ka. Halimbawa, health. Marami kang pera, pero kung may sakit ka naman, hindi mo ma-enjoy, di ba?
Right.
O kung marami kang pera, pero ang pera mo naman napupunta lang sa gamot at sa hospital, wala din. Pangalawa, kailangan yung relationship mo sa pamilya mo, sa kaibigan mo, maganda. Kasi may pera ka nga, kaya mong kumain sa labas, kaya mong magbiyahe. Pero kung nag-iisa ka lang, walang saysay, hindi masaya, di ba? So part of retirement planning is make sure that you reconnect to people, build relationships. Kasi sabi nga sa study, ang isa sa nagpapasaya sa retirees, yung kanyang mga kaibigan at kamag-anak. At pangatlo na dapat alalahanin na misconception din is yung pag nag-retire ka, marami mong oras eh. So anong gagawin mo pag marami kang oras? So again, you have to make sure that you know what you want to do. In my case, for example, meron ako mga advocacies that takes care of some of my time. I do a lot of projects with my family. In other words, sigurado dapat merong pupuntahan yung oras mo. Kung hindi, mabobork eh. Lalo na ngayon sa panahon nito, ang retirement can go up to 20 to 25 years. Kung ganun kahaba, kailangan paghandaan mo yan holistically. Hindi lang pera, kundi kailangan yung health mo, yung relationship mo, yung anong meaningful work na pwede mong gawin kahit na nag-retire ka. Marami yun eh.
Wow. So sa simula pa lang, no, very insightful na ang discussion natin, no. So what you're saying, Boss Aibee, is that for majority of Filipinos, we are not ready to retire. Tama po ba?
Yes, oo. Lahat yata ng articles at studies na nabasa ko, nakalulungkot. Kasi pagkatapos magtrabaho ng napakahaba at napakasipag ang isang Pilipino, pag nag-retire, kawawa. Alright? That should not be happening.
Agree. And we're not talking about yung employees here in the Philippines, also the OFWs. A lot of them is not prepared for retirement kasi they're just thinking na mamaya ko na pag-ipunan yung retirement or kasi capable pa ako of working, but they
Yes.
will realize in their mid-year na oh my God, I really have to work on it na. Prepare for it
Yes.
na kasi konti na lang yung oras ko and konti na lang yung time for the preparation.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
That's true.
go ahead, boss.
Totoo kasi again ang regret ng mga retirees no unang-una late sila mag-umpisa magplano and
Yeah.
therefore kakaunti ang kanilang napundar and therefore ang buhay nila during retirement hindi masaya.
Tama. And this not only for Filipinos, no, but
No?
also over here, dito din sa US, no. A vast segment of the population are also surprisingly unprepared for retirement. If we're thinking that Social Security, for example, in the US, will be enough, no, to be able to support us here after we retire, then we are sadly mistaken because again, no, a large segment of the population here will not also be able to retire. I mean, comfortably.
Yes.
I am currently working with a lot of let's say people in advanced years. I'm working with them right now, and they said that they had to push back their retirement because of what happened 3 years ago and all of this, no. But underlyingly, they have not prepared for it as well.
Yes.
That's the interesting thing about retirement, boss, di ba? It's that retirement is just one of the many aspects of a personal financial plan, of a holistic financial plan. Part lang po siya, no? So education, for example, is part of that. Saving for a large purchase like a house is also part of that, no?
Correct.
For you, boss, when did the idea that I should start planning for my retirement happen to you? Because for me, it didn't happen to me until I got into the financial services industry, no? And I started to think about, oh nga pala, ano pa nga yung mangyayari sa akin when I retire? That's the only time that it happened. When did it happen to you?
Well, ako I'm very fortunate because when after graduation, I came in already to a life insurance company, di ba?
Okay.
And therefore, parating pinag-uusapan financial planning. So medyo natanim sa utak ko yan. Pangalawa, very observant ako sa mga nangyayari. Kumbaga malambot ang puso ko sa merong edad eh. So nag-aaral pa ako, pag ako nagbabiyahe papunta sa bayang eskwela, nakikita ko napakaraming mga may edad na napakahirap ang buhay. So parang sabi ko sa sarili ko, this should not happen to me or to anybody close to me, no? So early on, siguro mga 20, 27, 28, I was consciously building already for my retirement fund. Pero hindi po wala pang science noon. Parang parang konti-konti lang, but no definite target yet. Pero sa utak ko, nagsisave ako kasi pagtanda ko, dapat meron akong kahit papaano madudukot. So very early, I was conscious for two reasons. Number one, I was exposed because of the company that I was in. And number two, because I saw in my surroundings a lot of people who are old but not living well and comfortably. Nakakalungkot yun.
So why do you think, boss, no, even in these modern times, no, 90-95% of Filipinos are not ready to retire? What is keeping us behind?
Well, unang-una kasi dapat intindihin ng mga tao na ang retirement is now a major phase in life. Noong mga unang panahon, ang life expectancy, for example, in the Philippines in 1975, 65 lang ang life expectancy. Focus kung nag-retire ka ng 60 o 65, dead ka na kinabukasan eh. So you don't have to plan for retirement eh, correct?
Okay, makes sense.
Humahaba ang buhay ngayon eh. For example, in my case, I compute I have 25, with God's grace, I still have 25 years ahead of me. So ang haba nun. So kailangan planuhin ko kung anong klaseng buhay meron ako sa loob ng 25 years na yun, di ba? Kasi pag hindi ko na plano yun, delikado ako yun, di ba? Number two, dapat ang retirement, reward mo yun eh. You've worked hard, not for yourself, but for your family. Sa Pilipinas, extended family pa, di ba? And tapos, pagod na pagod ka, after mag-retire ka, dapat sana merong konting comfort and dignity na matira sa'yo dahil trabaho ka eh. Eh kung hindi mo na paghandaan yan, anong klaseng buhay meron ka? Tumanda ka, tapos nawalan ka pa ng pera, and it's so talaga painful to see, all right? Now, sa tanong mo, Sunny, bakit ang mga Pilipino o karamihan hindi nagpaplano properly for retirement? For example, in our case, 90% of Filipinos are worried they will not have enough in time of retirement. There are so many reasons, but I'll just cite three major ones. Number one,
Okay.
kasi pag pinag-usapan mo retirement, ang tagal pa niyan, di ba? Maybe 20,
Yeah.
30 years from now. So it's so easy for people to say, saka ko naisipin yan. Meron pa ako mga urgent na mga items na na gagawin ngayon, di ba? Alam mo, walang pinagkaiba yan nung nag-aaral tayo. At the start of the semester, sineschedule na ng ating mga teachers kung kailan ang final exam. Alam na natin ang date ng final exam. Pero kailan tayo nag-aaral? Last week of the semester, correct? Ganun nangyayari eh. So, ganun din sa retirement. Alam natin that 65, 60, magre-retire tayo. Pero sabi natin, layo. Saka na lang when I'm 50 or 55, that is too late.
Right.
So, one reason, napakalayo. So, hindi masyadong iniisip. Pangalawa, lack of financial literacy.
Okay.
Recently lang, yung Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas natin nag-survey on financial inclusion. Ang
Okay.
sabi nila, only 50% of Filipinos were able to answer basic questions on financial literacy. So talagang kulang sa kaalaman. And to me, that is again a function of yung, ang tagal ko pa eh. Ang tagal ko pa mag-retire. Bakit ako mag-search sa internet? Bakit ako makikinig ng talk about retirement planning? Matagal pa yun eh, di ba? Maling-mali yun eh. Maling-mali. So therefore, that should be changed. Pangatlo, very recent observation, napakadaling mawala yung pera sa atin, di ba? Online shopping and online and digital transactions, di ba? Napakadali. Right? So easy. But this is what I observed. We are bombarded with a lot of messages and ads in our mobile devices encouraging us to spend and to take out a loan. Tingnan nyo ito. Walang nagsasabi sa atin dapat mag-impok tayo sa retirement. Pero araw-araw na ginawa ng Diyos, nakakatanggap tayo ng mga ads, ng mga messages. Uy, mag-shopping ka, mura ngayon. Uy, umutang ka, mababa ang interest. You know what I did dahil mag-usap tayo about this particular item? Tinignan ko yung phone ko the last 3 days. Ito ang sample na natanggap kong messages. Real messages to. Tingnan nyo to ha.
Okay.
Itong sinabi sa akin, nakatapon message, hindi na kailangan maghintay ng sahod. Kahit low on budget, you can shop now and pay later. Okay? Ito pa, natanggap ko. Being prepared for the future can be difficult, but with our loan, you can stay ahead of the game. Ito pa, congratulations! You can shop even more because your credit limit has been increased.
Wow.
Ito pa, you can convert a portion of your total bill into installments. Alam naman natin, pag installments, patay tayo sa interest, di ba? So my point is, the reason why many of us are not into savings, especially long-term savings like retirement, is because we are bombarded with messages to spend and to take out a loan, di ba? Pero I have not, in the last 3 months or in the last year, receive a single message na sinasabi sa akin, how are you preparing for your retirement?
There is something na maganda siyang advocacy that we can actually pursue, no? Paano kaya gagawin 'yan?
Yeah, we are certainly getting these and right now these messages parang mixed signals I would say mixed signals because we also want spending, gusto na they're encouraging us to spend, but
Yes.
on the other side we have financial advisors who are telling us to save. So we're getting a lot of mixed as consumers, mixed messages. How do we that's why we have platforms and shows like this, to be able to bridge that gap, to be able to at least impart na these are choices right now that can impact us now, but these are also choices that can impact us in the future. And this is where we are right now.
Yes.
And
Pero
over
tama
the
si
past
Boss Aibee dun, Sonny, di ba? Yun, maganda siyang advocacy na instead of offering loans, wala pa. Tama siya, wala tayong natatanggap na dapat
Wala.
mag-start tayo ng savings.
Mhm. Yes,
Correct. Because sinasabi nila low interest, di ba? Pero if you compute that on an annual basis, mataas yun. And tapos what is it that you're getting in terms of deposit rate interest, di ba? Na ang layo ng agwat. I guess what I'm saying is that we understand the business side of things, but at the same time, we have a social responsibility to educate people. Oy, by the way, huwag kang basta-basta maglo-loan na kung hindi mo yung gagamitin sa halimbawa negosyo, o kung maglo-loan ka lang para bumili ng mahal na damit, ako, delikado yan. Alright? So, dapat may ganong klaseng awareness or education campaign.
And certainly, we cannot expect that government social security will be able to support us in the future.
Wala.
That's a reality that we know.
Yes.
Hindi pa ba?
Yes.
I remember when my parents retired almost 20 years ago, nag-retire sila. Mga 10 years ago, 15 years ago, nag-retire sila. Then they're getting a peso, ang social security peso nila is like about 3,000 pesos a month, yung ganun. And it's not going to get any better for us who will retire in the future, when we work in government service, even here in the US.
Yeah, maybe because because of walang education about retirement. We don't even know kung magkano dapat ang i-prepare mo for retirement, right? So
Yes.
If people are not able to talk to financial advisors, they wouldn't know how much. In fact, ako, personal experience ko, if I talk to a client and then we will discuss about retirement, I would ask how much retirement fund would you want to have. Ang sasabihin nila, di ko alam. Bakit? Magkano ba dapat? Di ba, boss? Yun usually ang nangyayari.
Yes, that is very true. In fact, yung ibang sinasabi lang 1 million, 10 million, walang basihan. But in truth, there is a basis by which you should be able to compute magkano yung hahabulin mo. Mamaya, pag-usapan natin yun.
Yeah, because right now, because of the changes over the past 3 years and the things that are happening, the pandemic, for one, has overturned the way that our lives, certainly. And even now, the world is still undergoing tumultuous times. There is a so-called recession na ayaw nila i-admit na recession, right? And inflation is getting out of hand, and it is felt all around the world. We see the depreciation of, for example, the peso. Supply chain issues is still a thing. So, given all of this, there is a changing economic landscape, and the changing economic landscape will also affect our personal decisions and plans for our finances, and especially retirement. So we will be talking about that when we come back, right? When we come back from this commercial break.
Juan Lu and his puppets face to face with special guests Makata Tawanan, Jess Box, and the Lunaria Marionette Show.
Salita. Alam mo, Tito Ando, kung wala ako, magsasalita ka mag-isa. Kung wala ako, wala kang masusuot. Kung wala ako, wala kang nakakain.
November 13, Sunday, 7 p.m. at the La Verdad Auditorium in Apalit, Pampanga. Buy your tickets now and see you soon, face to face.
All right. The new channel is an online alternative new media platform for online shows for people on the go. Please watch all our shows as seen on the screen. Imagine having your own show, your own playlist, your own content, but we make it easier for you.
TNC aims to transform the lives of our viewers through engaging, authentic, and original content. Our channel is a responsible global 24/7 platform that showcases Filipino talent, global influencers, cultural intelligence, and ingenuity.
Catch all these shows and our show, Money and More, uh, uh, Tuesdays at 8:30 p.m. Philippine time at 5:30 a.m. Pacific US Pacific time. You can watch live or replay via Facebook or YouTube. Follow us on IG. Listen to our Spotify or Apple podcasts. Just search hashtag TNC now.
Yeah, also, son,
For
we like.
sponsorships,
Mhm.
please email now at thenewchannel.com or send us a direct message. Enjoy these life changing shows because we made them for you. All right.
Right.
Welcome back, everybody.
Also, we'd like to acknowledge our viewers. No, I've seen King
Mhm.
Gonzalez. Hi, King. And I've seen Bess SP Saviliano,
All right. Welcome. Welcome.
Dr. Ann Solito, and Shan Victoria. Thank you so much for watching the live stream. And yung iba mamaya na kasi ang dami nila.
Dami na
Meron
nagko-comment.
din mga fans ni Boss Ivy.
Mga fans yata po din ito ni Boss Aibee, no? Welcome, welcome everybody, no? It's always great to have you here. Um,
Mhm.
Again, I am San Haldon, and you're watching Money and More on the new channel. All right. So before the break, we've left this question. No? We are with our guest, Boss Ivy Cantos, and he is giving us enlightenment, no, on the current state of future retirement here dito sa Pilipinas. And we've left with some questions. Pakita natin si Boss Aibee. Right. We've left with some questions. Ang sabi nga niya is that nung araw walang science yan, no? wala daw science ang pag-retire, no? But right now, because of changes in the financial landscape, no, we actually may formulas po yan, no? May formulas, and we can do a scientific approach, no, on retirement. However, because of the economic landscape of what's happening right now, our personal decisions, no, and our plans for retirement may have changed. Right? How does we want to ask Boss Aibee, no? Ano pong reaction natin sa mga pangyayari in terms of our economic of what's happening right now, no? And how does this change a person's perspective about long-term savings or retirement?
Thank you for that. To me, very important question because of what's happening today. No? Yung,
Right.
Sa totoo lang, my assessment is yung current economic and demographic landscape natin should actually create a lot more urgency for Filipinos to start thinking about planning for the retirement rather than later. Bakit, no? Number one, high inflation. High inflation means that we need a much bigger retirement fund to generate the income that we need for our expenses when we retire. So, ibig sabihin, mas malaki na yung, for example, if you're 40 years old today, yung 50,000 mo, nakakabili ng ganito kalaki. If you want that same basket of goods, 25 years from now, ang kailangan mo is 169,000. So, ibig sabihin, because of inflation, mas malaki ang kailangan mong ipunin para masupport yung iyong lifestyle in retirement. Number two, hindi ba alam naman natin yung volatility ng ngayon ng market plus ang bababa ng mga yield. So anong ibig sabihin? Kailangan mag-start ka ng early para yung pera mo mas matagal naka-invest para makahabol sa pangangailangan mong pondo when you retire. Pangatlo, we mentioned already kanina, ang haba na ng life expectancy ng mga tao. So therefore, mas mahaba ang buhay mo, mas mahaba ang kailangan mo kasi mas malaki ang gagastusin mo eh. And then you've mentioned, Sonny, Social Security. Wala namang inflation adjustment yan eh. Alright? Kung ano natanggap 20 years ago, halos ganun din ang natatanggap ngayon eh. Kawawa talaga eh, no? And that's why Filipinos must really start consciously saving. Yung mga millennials, alam niyo mga millennials, they'll have longer life. However, dahil yan eh, palipat-lipat ng kumpanya, baka walang naiipon retirement benefits yan kasi hindi naman nadadala yung kanilang benefits when they leave and go to another company. Tapos mahilig sila sa gig economy. Wala namang retirement funding yung mga yan. So, anong ibig sabihin? Millennials, you have to start thinking early about the future. Okay? 25 years from now kasi wala naman kayong masyadong aasahan in terms of retirement benefit. And finally, yung sa sandwich generation, di ba? Inaasikaso yung sariling anak, iniintindi yung mga magulang. Kawawa naman sila, di ba? And they're challenged by current situations. How can they support their parents? So as we can see, economic and demographic landscape today should push people to think more seriously about their plans for their retirement. Otherwise, it's going to be a miserable golden years.
Yun, ang dami ng messages na natanggap natin, no? Sabi nila na kung bata pa, mas better pala na mag-prepare for retirement, no?
Yes.
And yeah, for those viewers who are watching right now, no, you can actually ask your questions. Sasagutin yan ni Boss Aibee during the show. And given this new normal, Boss Aibee, and reality, ano po yung dapat gawin ng isang tao to adjust their retirement plan or strategy? What strategy would you personally advocate?
Tama-tama yung kakasabi mo lang, Haydee. Dapat mag-umpisa ng maaga.
Okay.
You should start saving even a small amount. That's what I did eh. 250, 500 because you need to develop the habit, right? Kasi pag may habit ka na, pag medyo gumanda ang ang sweldo mo, automatic na yan eh. You will already add to it eh. That's the power of compounding. Ang mali kasi, sinasabi ng iba, saka na ako magpa-plan ng retirement, ang dami ko pang gastos ngayon eh.
Tama.
We will never run out of expenses. Parating napapalitan niya, tapos ka na mapag-aral, di ba? Mamaya meron na namang ikaw kailangang gastusan. Papagawa ka ng bahay, bibili ka ng ganito, hindi matatapos ang gastos. Kaya kailangan meron tayong disiplina para mag-impok para sa retirement. And then, ano pa kailangan mong gawin? Be conscious. Kag maganda ang kita, dagdag automatic sa savings. Right?
Okay.
Yun ang kailangan eh. Kung let's say, sinasabi, maliit ang kita ko eh. Sa totoo lang, maghanap ka ng paraan para tumaas ang kita mo. Madami na yung gastos ko eh. Maghanap ka ng paraan kung paano mo bababaan ang gastos mo. Right? Kasi ganun lang talaga. You have to have the courage to face your situation and ask yourself, what can I do to plan for my future? Yung, di ba, uso ngayon yung fear of missing out. Naku, delikado yun. Kasi magkakautang-utang ka lang dyan eh. Right? And based on my experience, kailangan gumamit kayo ng automatic savings and investment facility. Yan, ang laking tulong sa akin. Pag kaltas, automatic yan sa sweldo, sa kita. And then, keep yourself informed of what's happening on the business and economic side. Ang dali naman yan eh. Magbago pa lang tayo eh. Para alam mo, may opportunities pala, no? Pwede pala ako mag-diversify and dapat ang investment mo hindi lang sa peso, dapat meron kang dollar. Sa totoo lang, may mga investments na nalugin ng peso dahil meron silang dollar, medyo na-compensate nung exchange rate, no? Hindi masyadong naapektuhan. And finally, nasabi mo na ito at the start of the discussion, Sonny. If everything fails for the moment, consider to retire later and work longer. Yun ang final step.
Retire later and work longer. Oh my God.
Yes.
Parang, in a way, dream ng mga, parang everybody that I ever talked to, yung dream nila, magka-retire ka ng early. And meron talaga silang set date. Dapat naka-retire na ako by this age, by 60, by 55, retired na ako. Diba?
Oo.
But the reality is that because of some of the things that are happening, we'll have to push forward, push back. I'm sorry, on these plans. So
correct.
So the question is for many of us, who have not even thought about thinking about retirement, is how do I start? What are the important questions that they need to ask? How do I start? That's the first thing I think. Gusto ko nang mag-plan for retirement, then how do I do it? How do I start?
And how much should one prepare?
Right.
Yan. Magandang tanong yan. Very important that people are clear on what the questions to ask. Unang-unang tatanungin sa sarili, kailan ko gustong mag-retire?
Right.
Alright? Kunwari, sabihin mo, 60, I wanna retire. Sabi mo, Sonny, I wanna retire at age 60. Next question is, how long will I live? Ito, medyo matapang ka. How long will you live? Alright?
Okay.
And there are so many online calculators that will help you calculate how much you can live. Tapos, i-reference mo yun sa family history mo. In my case, based on my history and calculator, 85. So, okay, kunwari 85 lagay natin doon. So, the next question is, how long will you be in retirement? So, alam mong mabubuhay ka ng 85, magre-retire ka ng 60, so meron kang 25 years in retirement, correct? Okay, so ang tanong, anong klaseng buhay o lifestyle ang gusto mo during those 25 years? Right. That is a very important question. Now, na-visualize mo yon. Pag na-visualize mo yon, tatanungin mo sa sarili mo, magkano yon? Alright? Magkano ang annual cost nun? Example, kunwari age 40, inisip niya lifestyle na will cost 50,000 today. Correct? Pero magre-retire siya at age 65, kunwari. Ang inflation rate is 5%. So, ngayon, ang annual cost ng ganong klaseng buhay will be 2 million by the time that he retires. Okay? Kasi importante, ano yung lifestyle na gusto ko pag nag-retire ako, and then I will cost it. Kinos niya at current price 50,000. But because of inflation, alright, at 5%, at age 65, yung hindi na 50,000 becomes 169,000 purchasing power. Alright? Times 12, so 2
Okay.
million
Per year.
kada taon at age 65 ang meron siya. Alright? So ngayon, ang tanong, magkanong pondo ang kailangan kong ipunin para sa loob ng 25 years meron akong panggastos? Ayan. There are many rules of thumb, pero ang ginagamit ko times 25. So 2 million times 25. So in our example, ang kailangan niyang retirement fund, pag nag-retire siya, meron siyang naipon na 50 million pesos.
Wow.
Ouch. Okay.
Wow.
Okay? That's the
Okay.
reality. That's the reality. Kasi ang uumpisahan mo, anong klaseng buhay? Kung gusto mo mas mababa sa 50 million, edi anong klaseng buhay ang gusto mo? Bababaan mo yung lifestyle na gusto mo, di ba?
Right.
Correct? But
Pero
remember, yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, Boss Aibee.
Go ahead.
Go
Go ahead.
Pero a lot of people kasi would only think about the beautiful things during retirement, right? Yung lump sum
Yes.
na matatanggap nila, yung pera na nasa bulsa nila, they are
Yes.
not considering the medical cost. They're not
Yes.
considering kung ano yung mga risks na mangyayari. So, eto talaga, kailangan talaga ng education ng mga tao.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. You're correct, Haydee, because in as you grow older, the healthcare expense will grow with age. Mas lalo tumataas, hindi ba? So yung pinag-usapan natin 50 million, na ano ka pa dyan, wala ka pang critical illness na ini-impute dyan.
Tama.
Kumbaga, normal course of things pa lang, di ba?
Household expense.
Oo. Kung pinabayaan mo yung katawan mo, so yung 50 million, delikado pa yan. Hindi yan tatagal ng 25 years. Alright?
Ano, napaisip ka na ba, Sonny?
Nag-iisip ako.
Kaya nga yung mga Pilipino na nagsasabi, meron akong 10 million, meron akong 20 million. They have to ask themselves the question, anong klaseng lifestyle ang gusto ko at ilang taon naabot ang 20 million ko sa ganyang klaseng buhay?
Right.
Diba?
Ang maganda dito, Sir Aibee, is that meron po talagang formula, no? And there's a strategy to be able to use that. Some people will probably think nila is that kung kailangan ko ng 50 million, sabihin natin 50 million, parang mas hindi ko yan makikita sa aking lifetime yung 50 million na yan. When they think about it, there's actually a strategy to be able to make your money grow over time.
Yes.
Tama po
Yes.
ba? Right.
Yes.
Okay.
You're correct. Kaya ang sinasabi natin, the earlier that they start saving and investing, the more that they will be able to get to that level of target. Kasi tandaan natin, kunwari yung 50 million na yun, balikan natin. 50 million, meron man siyang makukuhang, although hindi malaki, sa Social Security.
Sure.
Kung nagtatrabaho siya na matagal sa kumpanya, meron siyang makukuha na retirement benefit doon, di ba?
Okay.
Ibabawas niya yon doon sa 50 million. Kung naman yung kulang, yun ang kanyang bubunuin on his personal savings. Yun ang gagawin.
Right. Yeah, so the strategy is personalized per person depending on his current situation. Tama po ba?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
When I was employed and retirement was on the top of my head, I would always maximize my contributions to the company's plan. Yun ang parang naging strategy ko noon. Since the company is offering this much, right, for this contribution, edi I maximize that, which was counter to of my colleagues, unfortunately, na sinasabi nila, ang konti lang ng take home mo.
Pero Sonny, you're lucky. You're lucky na nag-offer yung company kasi hindi lahat ng kumpanya nagbibigay ng retirement plans.
Hindi lahat ng kumpanya nagbibigay ng retirement plans. A lot of companies, even here in the US, have anong ginawa nila? Na transfer nila yung the cost of retirement to their employees rather on them, giving them that end of 20-year lump sum. Wala na yun for many companies. And many of our country, mga Filipinos, no, are independent contractors, mga entrepreneurs, hindi pa ba?
Correct.
So they have to have their own strategy for retirement.
Yun,
That's
business
correct.
owners,
Napakahalaga yan. Yes.
professional
Yes,
practitioners,
oo, kasi normally basta ganun. Lalo na kung hindi na masyadong malalaki, yung kanilang pinaka-retirement, umaasa sila, yung negosyo nila,
Yung
di ba?
negosyo nila, right?
Oo and of course, we hope and pray that the business will flourish. Pero kung katulad na naman nangyari sa COVID, di ba? Ang
Correct.
daming negosyo na nawala, di ba? So, paano yun? Kung doon mo sinalalay yung retirement mo, paano ka?
In
Correct?
fact, this month lang, there were 4,000 employees kasi apat na malalaking kumpanya ng apparel sa
Oo.
MEPS has closed down,
Oo.
no? So, you
Yun.
would have expected ang laki ng mga kumpanyang yon. So,
Mm.
mahirap talaga pag hindi siya napaghandaan.
Right.
Correct.
And sadly, yung iba, yung mga private practitioners, as I've said, no, they are these people na wala silang nilaan for their retirement because they thought na the private practice will still go on until they retire. And only to realize na, oh my God, I'm on
That's
my
why
retirement age
that's
and
why
I
they
don't
have to,
do anything.
tama, Aibee. That's why they have to speak with mga financial advisors so that
Yeah.
mag-guide sila kung ano yung dapat na paraan para while their business is booming, on the side, they're building the retirement fund independent of the business. So if something happens sa business, they have something to rely on, di ba?
Right. That is why me and Haydee, all of us, we actually advocate, number one, to educate yourself and to seek advice from competent financial advisors. Yun po ang po namin, no? Is that when now these people will be able to help you in your financial journey, no? To assess your situation where you are right now and talk to you about your goals, talk to you about what is it that you want, no? Yeah, sa buhay mo, and we will plot a financial pathway for you, a financial road for you. That is why it's always a good idea to talk to your financial advisor, right? If you have not thought about asking a financial advisor, or if you've rejected meetings with your financial advisor for the longest time,
Tawagan.
putting them aside, right? Maybe it's a good
Tawagan na. Oo.
to start talking to them, no?
Yes,
Because
correct.
because since uncertain ang times natin, kailangan po natin ng gabay, kailangan po natin ng guide, and especially when you talk about money, and there are people, competent people, who will be able to help you.
Agree.
So, Boss Ivy, knowing what you know
Yes.
right now, nga pala sa mga viewers natin, you can, there's an interesting article in the Manila Times written by our guest, Boss Ivy Cantos. I-search nyo po, i-google nyo, no? Manila Times retirement, Ivy Cantos. You will find a very interesting article about the realities on retirement. Very enlightening article. So you can search that and read through it as well. Right, boss. Right now
Yes.
that you're retired and you're living your best life ever.
Happily retired, Sonny.
Happily retired and living his best life ever. Parang ang sarap sabihin yan, diba? Knowing what you know right now, sa everything that you know right now, if you were to give your 25-year-old self, no, financial advice, the best financial advice, you go back in time and you're talking to your 25-year-old self, what would you tell him?
Dalawang bagay. Hatiin ko. Isa is that yung first, I will remind him to continue what he has done for the longest of time. Yung ginawa ko ng bata ko. Number one, live within your means. Live within your means. Huwag kang makipagsabayan sa mga kapitbahay mo, kaibigan. Hindi mo alam ang situation nila sa buhay.
Right.
And nabanggit ko na, be cautious about FOMO, yung fear of missing out. Because you might miss out on your retirement. Tapos, be careful about yung YOLO. You only live once, di ba? Because when you live long, you might live a miserable life because you did not plan for it.
Okay.
Right? And then, ito rin, ginamit ko to. Always keep in mind your long-term vision in mind. Nung bata ako, sinabi ko, ang gusto ko, pag nagkapamilya ako, maganda ang buhay nila. So, pag ako natitempt na bumili ng kung ano-ano, parati kong nire-remind yung sarili ko. So, hindi ako masyadong nag-splurge or unnecessarily spending.
Right.
Now,
Okay.
ang sasabihin ko naman sa aking na sana ginawa mo nung bata ka ito. Dapat parati mong tatanungin ng sarili mo, what do you want to be when you grow old? Alright? Di ba yung mga bata tayo, sinasabi sa atin, what do you want to be when you grow up? Alright? Dapat rin, when we're an adult, we already have to ask ourselves, what do you want to be when you grow old? So that gives you the chance to reflect. Anong klaseng buhay ang gusto ko pagtanda ko para paghandaan mo? Alright? Very important yon. And then, ito, guilty ako. Keep your emotions in check when making financial decision. Sabihin ko sa akin, 25 self, bantayan mo yung iyong emotion. Kasi minsan, bibili ko ng property, hindi ko iniisip, wala namang rental income doon. Kaya ako bumili kasi malapit sa bundok o maganda ang view. Okay? So, mga properties ko, panay maganda ang view at bundok, pero hindi ako kumikita. Correct? So, hindi tama rin yun eh. Be practical. Tapos ito naman, finally, check your risk profile. Masyado akong conservative when I was young. Dapat i-check mo eh. Bata ka pa eh. Ang layo pa ng tatakbuhin mo. Take risk. Di ba? Kasi pag risky, mas mataas ang return. At kung bumagsak yan, mahaba pa ang panahon, babawi yan. Right? Ang mga sasabihin ko sa aking 25-year-old self.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure marami ngayong naka-realize na it's about time to start with their retirement plan as early as now.
Or if meron man siyang financial plan, maybe it's time to change strategy, give it a fresh look, no? Given the changes in what's happening right now, towards that goal, no? Towards that goal of what do you want to be when you grow old? I want to be like Boss Aibee Cantos.
Kung ako, I just realized na kulang pa yung retirement plan na hinanda ko. My gosh, this is really...
bata pa naman kayo. Bata pa kayo.
Okay, diba?
Maganda ka din, Boss. Para ikaw nang bubuhay sa akin.
Parang binuhusan ako ng malamig na tubig nung sinabi ni Boss Aibee na maganda yung property mo nasa bundok pero walang income. Oo nga, parang okay, binuhusan ako ng tubig doon.
Alam mo, Sonny, magbabayad ka ng real estate tax. Pag na-develop kayo, magbabayad ka pa ng association dues. Luging-lugi ka. Okay? Except for appreciation long term.
Okay.
The answer to that is you monetize it, di ba?
You monetize. Right. Monetize your assets. Assets by themselves appreciate over time pero matagal. Kung gusto mo kumita, magkapera sa assets mo, monetize them. All right. Words of wisdom. Okay, so yung beach house natin, Haydee, all right? Monetize.
Dapat kung gusto mo ng beach house, meron kang paparentan para ma-monetize mo din. Hindi lang siya natutulog. Di ba, boss?
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
Good advice at any age, whether you're 25, 30, 45, or 50, that's good advice, no? At any stage during your life, no, retirement should always be in the background, no, of want to be live in the future. Tama po 'yan, no? So it's always great, no? Masayang usapan natin. Kulang ang oras, good Lord. Sayang, no? Pero kulang ang oras. Masayang.
What's next for you for the remainder of the year? And what can we look forward in 2023?
Well, first off is that I said that I'm dedicating my stage of life with to my family. I still have a young daughter. Hindi ba niyang senior high, so I want to make sure that I will be with her when she grows to be a young lady, no. I have some projects with the family, and then of course I'll continue to pursue my advocacy. Thanks to you, I had this opportunity to also push for retirement planning consciousness, and then personal leadership, and then women empowerment. Again, women empowerment because I took that up from my mother, who is my hero, no, and I saw how hard women work, and when they are given equal opportunity, they will excel, no?
You're right.
So, yun.
Okay. very much, Boss Ivy. It's always a pleasure to be to listen to you, no, and to share your to share ideas with you and your thoughts. And it we'll be hearing more from you, no, in the future. Hopefully, you'll be guesting again.
Yeah, and
Okay.
also if in any way that we could also help you in your
Yes.
advocacy, we can work hand in hand, no? Kasi maganda talaga 'yan. And
Yes.
realization ko tonight is yun nga, bakit ang daming text na nagpapautang, walang text na tayong natatanggap about savings.
That's
And
correct.
we will find ways on how to do that, no? So it's a very good advocacy.
Yeah.
And
Let us know how we can help support your advocacies as well kasi parehas tayo when it comes to
I
that.
think, yeah, thank you. Siguro, just a final word na lang to your
Go ahead.
audience.
Mhm.
Okay, ito lang masasabi ko, no? I'm talking to everyone who is listening. See, one day, you will find yourself retiring. And on that day, there will be two doors that you will be facing. One door, inside that door is a life. Yung other door, ang nakalagay, enduring a nightmare. And inside that door is a life of misery, depression, loneliness, and loss of dignity. So ang tanong, which door will open for you? So I hope itong session na ginawa nila Sonny at Haydee tonight will be helpful in making sure that when your day comes, it is the right door that will open for all of you. So yun, thank you.
another words of wisdom by the Aibee Cantos. Again, thank you
Choose
so
door
much, Boss
number one.
Ivy. And we hope to see you again soon.
We'll see you again soon,
Yes,
boss. Right.
thank you.
Right.
Yeah,
And
we'll see you at the backstage. We'll see you at the backstage.
all right. And thank you everyone for tonight for listening in to episode 1 of season 3 here in Money and More. It's great to be back, and we have so much more to talk about. We have so much more to look forward to in our in the next episodes of Money and More. It's great to see you,
Yes.
Heidi.
It's
Right.
great to see you too. And before we end, I'd just like to say hi to Tita Cho Isplana, who's watching right now. Jeffrey Limutan is also watching. And Che Academia. Thank you so much for watching our live stream. And next time, we will be giving you a lot of money matters,
Yeah.
mga tips in our next episodes.
And more exciting and more engaging guest experts. All right.
Yes.
So this is Sunny Haldon from San Jose, California.
And this is Heidi Jaldon from
Right.
Cebu City, Philippines.
Right. Reminding you that financial freedom
Is
is
in your
in
hands.
your hands. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.